Okay, it's time for a sketchbook tour. Are we ready? Here it is. This sketchbook, details about it. So, the brand is Denik. Found it at Michael's for about $10. The paper is really thick, so it was really good, and also they help build schools with the funds. This inside cover, I have a bunch of random stickers, like fruit stickers, anything that has like a sticky back and would otherwise be thrown away, I have it in here. But also a sticker from Pig on Instagram, and then my pride and joy, a sticky note from Lee Ellickson. First page, I have a video on this if you want to see it. Still like her, she looks very happy, you know? She is vibing, except for it looks like her head is kind of broken because I think I put it at the wrong angle or something, but very fun. Lee Ellickson inspired, as you can see like around here. Mixed media, gouache, and colored pencil. So this was my first official spread. I remember being very scared to do this actually because I'd never kept a real sketchbook before that I was like taking super seriously. So we have photo studies. That's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Some strawberries. Probably don't need me to like read these aloud to you, I guess, but yeah, just some practice. Like cute doodles. These are cute, you know. With sketchbooks, I was like always afraid of wasting paper. So you'll see that this sketchbook is very crammed full of stuff, like in every corner. This was a Draw This in Your Style challenge, and that is the Instagram username of the host. This is a gouache portrait of Heejin from Loona. Drew this using 0.5 Muji gel pens. That is a color palette. Let me grab them real quick. Here they are in their little container. I was just doing some photo studies. I found out I really like to do freehand like gel pen doodles, so that's what these are. Some apples, yarrow, clover, mushrooms. Mushrooms are actually super fun to draw. So, Stan Luna, of course. Here we have an assignment I did for Fashion Illustration 1. We had to draw 5 heads, 5 female and 5 male. But as you can see, I suck at drawing men, and that is the scariest dude I've ever seen in my life. He looks pretty nice though. Anyway. Here's just some doodles I did. I was trying to come up with a design for like a really cute dress. I don't have the sewing skills for that though, so this never came to fruition, but I think the designs are very cute. This is some merch I wanted to make. Next, moving on, this is a picture I took myself at my university campus. That same day, I was doing an assignment for my film photography class, and I took a picture of this on film, but I was like, let me just snap a picture of this on my phone. So I ended up painting it because it looked really beautiful. And then I did these during during an online class, just like some more freehand doodles. Another one. I really like these actually. I think this would be cute as a sticker. So this is when I started like really trying to practice my gestural movements, and they're really rough here, and they almost seem a little too calculated, but they get better. You'll see. You'll see. Please stay for the video. This is my friend's plant, a Pelia plant, and then this is from the same plant from a Sorry Girls YouTube video that I studied. More of this. More Sunmi. We have Chungha, April, the K-pop group, and then Red Flavor by Red Velvet. And then I did some bigger studies of ITZY, mainly Ryujin. I really like this though. I feel like this really helped me. I really like the way this Instagram user, Potato, draws hands, so I tried to study the way they drew their hands. But obviously I never posted this because that is not my style. I'm not about to steal their art. Again with the sideways. This is the next spread. I was just listening to an audiobook. I remember it was the Lunar Chronicles. I was rereading slash re-listening to that, and I was just doodling whatever I felt like. And this is Chew. This is like, I feel like this is the best I've ever drawn Chew. Like, look at this. I also made this into a digital collage for my Instagram. But this is just like, yeah, she is the cutest. Truly. Here, mostly gouache, a little bit of colored pencil and gel pen. Am I going too fast? Let me know if I'm going too fast. I got a new gel pen around this time. It's purple. I wrote P, and people always love to point that out. Here is, oh, okay, Among Us. This was like the Among Us era. So I made an Among Us Sona, like a character that I would play in Among Us. I was always yellow, and then I would switch between the cherry thing and the egg hat. So this is a fan art of my OC, 20. She's a cyborg girl, and I drew a fan art of her where it kind of implied that she was abandoned somewhere. And I thought it would be cool to develop that story, but then I never did. Also, this cute girl. Hi. Okay. So my Fashion Illustration 1 class was actually online. So I did all the assignments in my sketchbook, but they were actually supposed to be like 11 by 14. So this is definitely not it, but I think this is cute. More testing out of new pens. I got the Supermate felt tip pens, like the ones that kids would flex in elementary school and be like, I'm writing my notes with these. Well, like 10 years later, I got them too, so don't even come for me. So just some doodles. I also did some studies of the Chanel Fall Winter 2020. These are my Inktober pieces. I started following a few prompts in October of 2020. So we have these here. This one is so cute. I really like this bunny and this sunfish. Wait, let me tell you about the story. So basically it's like this scene with the witch, and you can see her purse is a sunfish, so that's like a close-up of it. And then here there's like bunny ears sticking out of the bag, so that's the bag. And then that's the bridge she's standing on. So that's what I wanted to portray. Here's another one. Here's this one. I really love this dress. I think I did a good job on the details. That sounds kind of arrogant. I'm sorry. Oh, I showed this to my dad, and he was like, why is she wearing a pancake on her head? I was like, please, why would you say that? The Royal Tenenbaums. I found 2 screen caps that I thought went really well together. Love the way I drew these hands. I don't think I ever drew hands as good as these afterward. Also, this telephone cord that reminds me of the macaroni and cheese that you find at suburban buffets. You know, you if you know, you know. Okay, now I'm drawing upside down. Look at the range I have. This is Vivi from Loona, and then these are figs. Not much to say about that, I guess. Another fashion illustration assignment. I love her hair. She's an icon. Okay, here is more of that study page. I studied the runway looks for Chanel. This girl has seen some stuff. Cowboy Eve from Loona, and then also Eve from Loona. These promo pictures are so beautiful, and I was like, I need to draw them. And so I have this. I put this into that same collage I mentioned. Yeah, her. Oh, I posted this spread. I thought it was cool that like it went like this. Like, woo. This is a study of this Instagram user. I want to say Jewel VC. They were doing some amazing things during Inktober, and I wanted to just kind of study their style because I thought it was so interesting how they used line work to convey such dimension in their works. So I'll put some of it here just so you can see it. Or maybe I won't. Is that illegal to put someone else's art up? Well, anyway, you can go check them out. This, I guess I drew on January 29th. These are some of the students in, I want to say in my class, but I'm not the teacher. I work at a high school and I'm the biotech lab assistant there. And sometimes I have some free time where I sit at my desk, and if I'm not grading or anything, I like to look around, so I just drew some of the kids in class that day. This spread is, I would say, extremely chaotic, actually. So I was in the midst of my Lunar Chronicles revival, so I was drawing all these characters. That's Scarlet. This is Winter. I love Winter so much. This is actually digital. I printed it out because I liked it so much, because I wanted to like keep it in my sketchbook because I like her so much. And I just think that this is exactly how I pictured her in the book. So I was really like extremely proud of this drawing. Here we have some random stuff. This on my story, and my friend was like, she looks extremely terrifying. And now I'm like, she does. But also, it was supposed to be very cute. I have econ notes, operating profit, looking at profit without looking at the fixed cost. Okay, whatever that means. Oh, you can see the ghost of me trying to draw Chew twice in here, or maybe 3 times. This is a drawing I never finished, but I wish I had because I think this looks really cool. Here is the end of the semester stuff, so my Fashion Illustration 1 final rough drafts. I was really going through it. I was trying to come up with a good concept and interesting and unique clothes, and now that I look back at my illustrations, I'm like, these are not cohesive at all, and you know, what about it? At least I've improved, I guess. Oh, I love this spread. Here, let me peel it up for you guys. Just for you guys. My gosh, am I gonna rip this? Okay, so I almost ripped my sketchbook wide open, but these are 2 doodles I did at work. I don't know who they are, but they are very beautiful. A Chew, because I'm always drawing Chew, and then another photo study, and a sticker. So this was November 20th. Okay, we're gonna put this back, and I'm never gonna open that again. This is another photo study. I was very into doing photo studies with colored pencil and trying to make dimension with just one color. So that was some good training, This is Cher from Clueless, looking extremely disgusted. And then this tooth doodle, because I was getting my wisdom teeth out like the next day or something. And then this is, I just forgot her name. The girl, the girl from 10 Things I Hate About You. Oh, Kat Stratford. Is that her name? Someone tell me. I'll look it up, don't worry. November 26th, I was outside. Weather was getting good. As an Arizona resident, the weather is usually like 3 digits Fahrenheit. So it's usually not a good time to be outside. We have this like really old playset in our backyard, and my little sister was on it, so I decided to draw that. And then I went down there and drew my dog and my little sister, just the things around our backyard that day. My dog's name is Pom Pom. She actually looks like that. And I was like, can you please turn to the camera? And she was like, no, draw my butthole. So I did draw her butthole. Okay, you guys, I have a story about this page. I took a bio class, and they were like, extra credit, do something artsy, and then write a write-up about why you did that topic. So I was like, let's do something with plants, photosynthesis, like cellular respiration. So I did that, but guess what I forgot? I forgot to do the write-up. So I got a 50% on this, but I still like it, especially these. I really like these. It's very cool. This is from Knives Meow's video. That's a to-do list. Eyes open, some doodles. My December update. What does that say? I'm in love with Katya. Okay. It's keeping me sane. Explosion at work made me fear for my life, and I'm unhinged and truly gone. December, I was fully in my drag queen phase, just because they're like so beautiful, you know? And it's such an art form. and they can create whoever they want. I just think that is so cool. That, and I was like, sis, I am not getting paid enough for this. And everything went downhill from there. A spread. This is Twice. And then this is Jennie from Blackpink. This Trixie that I really want to finish, but I don't think I will finish. But the hair looks really nice. I really liked this one photo shoot that she did, the flowers in her hair and everything. So I was like, gotta draw that. But I ran out of steam halfway through. And I also even put glitter down in the flowers, which is why I have this paper here. A doodle that I drew on some notebook paper. These are the snapdragons. Also another photo that I took. More fruit stickers. This sticker, we bought some beef to celebrate something, like the thin kind of beef. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. None of the stuff I'm saying is like related to my sketchbook. Here's a whole spread with Katya and some like warrior woman I drew on Christmas. So Katya really sustained me for an era there. I don't know, her features are so beautiful, and also her hair and her outfits. So she really got the whole package. Bang. More of this. Y'all are like, we are tired of seeing this. And then I broke out my brush pens and drew some random stuff. I hate this especially because like her arms are so weird. This woman is cool though. She's giving you the side eye. I was creating OCs around this time. So this is Blanc. Apparently her name is White. Here's Juno Birch and Licorice Black. More drag queens. They actually both saw this. Is that cool or what? Licorice Black saw it and put it on her story, and then Juno Birch put it on her story. I was like, you guys, my flop era is over, but my flop era was not over actually. But I really like this. I love how it turned out. I'm glad I could get like all the shading correct even additionally. Let's see what's going on here. My spreads for the Mamamoo zine that I was part of, which I don't think I can show that. I was in charge of a dance spread, so I had to do various drawings of the dance choreography. Taking notes for my Fashion Illustration 2 class. Also, she had a lesson that day about drawing profiles, so I was like, okay, take some notes. More leftover collages. They are extremely hard for me to draw. So I finished drawing these and I was like, these suck. But then my teacher was like, these are sick. I was like, oh, okay. She didn't actually say that. She just said they were good. These were the two girls sitting in front of me in class. My friends asked me if these were lips. I'm like, that is cheetah print. Maybe I just suck at drawing cheetah print. Okay, here is a big spread. I remember the audiobook I was listening to when I drew these. Pretty Things. It was a really good audiobook. These are my characters. Her name is Cherry Blanc. Actually, that was the girl from earlier. I just redesigned her. And these were their full bodies that I never got around to coloring, but I do like the liner on them. So that is cool. Here we have the first project for Fashion Illustration 2, the Basquiat Project. So Basquiat was this artist. You probably know him. I didn't, but I had seen his work around, like not knowing it, that he had done it. We had to make outfits inspired from it, like menswear's outfit. And I was like, men? I don't know how to draw men. And these ladies, these are also photo studies. This is Amber Alexander. I just laid down marker first, and then I drew over it with colored pencil. And I think that was a good exercise. Next is more stuff about the Basquiat Project. This is my teacher. She is extremely pretty. I saw her face, and it was like, wow, she is so pretty. So I drew her when she was talking. And then, okay, here's a story. So I drew her, and I was like, she's never going to see this, right? But then she was like, Leanne, I want to take your sketchbook and then show the students in my capstone class. And I was like, sure, go for it. And then one of her students was like, this girl drew you. And I was like, oh my gosh. So she found out. But it was fine because she said they were cute. Yeah. It was such an honor, though, because she was like, your sketchbook is so full of soul. And I was like, soul? I wrote P in purple gel pen. But yeah, she really liked it. So that made me feel very validated. Shout out to you, queen. This is practicing with mediums. This is paint pen, alcohol markers, shading, and such. These are my friends. We had like a sketchbook day, so we were all drawing each other. These are actually kind of messy. Sorry to you guys. Don't worry, I draw them better later. On my side view mirrors, and then a car. This is a kid from my work, like one of the students. I used him as a model for my Basquiat project. And here is the lingerie project. I did a lot of studies on this. That's all I can say about that, I guess. Well, I really like doing the lace details on these. I also did these with gel pen. And then I studied different kinds of undergarments. These are actually stamps that my friend made for me for my birthday. She hand carved them herself. I was like, this is so cool. I really like this one. Don't know about her, though. Oh, here I watched Earwig and the Witch. This earwig is great. These two drawings are a little suspicious, but her mom was such a cool character. More photo studies. Here, another Katya on my salad receipt. And her. And then I just drew flowers in the background. Here is the rest of my lingerie rough drafts. And some life studies that we did from photos in class. I should put up the results of my project. This is just doodles and words and more of my OC stuff, so cherry and white. That's me. Don't know why I drew myself. I was in class at this time, I think. I went into class and we drew the knitwear that professor placed on the mannequins. Did a lot of studies with those. Also drew my little cat creatures. And ta-da! I have videos on these as well. These are my friends. We did a photo shoot. They had the most beautiful close-up shots. And I had the worst close-up shots, but I painted them with gouache, and then the background is Copic. So here I was doing some notes on Indigenous people, because I thought I wanted to do something inspired for my knitwear collection, but I ended up doing something more modern instead. So this is the color palette I went for, plus purple, cream, and this washi tape pattern. These are the studies that we did in class for the knitwear project. This is a compilation of the loona requests I received on my Instagram. So Vivi and Hasul, this was Vivi's solo era. And then Hasul, Gowon from the Mafia video, which is really, really funny. Another Gowon, more in my style. Olivia, Jinsul, and Yojin in the suitcase, which I had never seen before, but it was so funny. And then I was watching Parks and Rec, kind of Leslie Knope, and then kind of April. More random people. And here we are. You guys might have seen this in my studio vlog. My final project, which I don't need to share my thoughts on it again because it was somewhat of a painful experience for me, while also being like fulfilling. I have no idea. Notes, rough drafts. You know the drill. I was looking at colors to use, cool silhouettes. Sorry, I'm going to repeat myself, but this was sort of like a flower-inspired collection. Each of these were inspired by a specific flower. Same here. And I had like taped my to-do lists on here. These, I ended up using these two and this one. This is a spread of like iconic blondes that I wanted to do. Iconic blondes in my eyes that I wanted to do. And then I never finished it, which is really sad because I got like 90% of it done. But then not this. And I guess I'm never going back. Final project stuff. I was doing test prints on vellum, which is like this translucent paper. But it was getting smudged. So I let it dry overnight. And then this is my rough idea for how I wanted the graphics to look. And this is actually a misprint because it printed the margins way too small and also like kind of tilted the graph paper, but this is my line brochure. And we are really not ending with a bang because this is just a mess. Some of these are things I did at work and just random doodles. Loona 1/3 is the best subunit. Yeah, so this is my first complete sketchbook. I will miss its foolery. This is actually a gel electrophoresis picture. Anyway, I drew on it. Started it in September of 2020 and I ended in May 2021, which is 9 months exactly. I don't know how I managed that. Oh, and here is a study of a screen cap from Portrait of a Lady on Fire. And something cursed my friend drew. And my other friend was supposed to draw on here, but she did not. More stuff in the back. This is Karen. The friends I did the portraits of, we hung out this one summer, and one of them had a huge flamingo, an inflatable flamingo. So we had a good time in the pool. It filled up the whole pool, though. These are just papers. I did more knitwear. I was supposed to design the Biotech Club shirts, but the club never really took off. This is for work. And then I have an early assignment. This is the musical instrument project rough drafts. I did on separate paper because my teacher had my sketchbook at that time. I think I like this project the best. And then I have this little folder full of random... Oh, I just showed my whole address. Okay. I have this folder full of like letters and random papers that I will not show because apparently I have personal information on there. So that is my whole sketchbook. I'll flip through it once more while I speak about my experience. I think keeping a sketchbook was really helpful for me to grow as an artist because it allowed me a space where I could do whatever I wanted to do, and I didn't really have an obligation to show people. Like, obviously I'm showing you now because I'm totally fine with that, but like in the moment I didn't feel like it had to be a complete piece or anything. I could just do little doodles or little photo studies and it would totally be okay if I messed up because I could just like slap a piece of paper over it and continue on. And I thought it was really fun to like look at my progress throughout 9 months, kind of see how I've grown and how my style has changed. It was a great way for me to, establish more confidence in drawing loosely, And people always tell me, this also sounds like a brag, but people really like how I arrange the layouts of my sketchbook extremely aesthetically, but a lot of times I'm consciously trying when I do interesting spreads like this. Other times it just looks like this. So I'm only showing you guys on Instagram the cream of the crop. So don't even worry about it. My sketchbook is actually like a mess. But there are times when I want it to be aesthetic, and that is mainly for myself because I really like looking at interesting layouts that combine different images and colors and layers, as well as text sometimes. So do what you want, and if what you want is an aesthetic layout, then do it, And if you want chaos, then also do that. The moral of the story is start your sketchbook today because it's actually really fun and you don't have an obligation to show it to anyone. Okay, so at that point I had started rambling, but I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's supported my art and seen parts of my sketchbook on social media in these past 9 months. It's been very encouraging, and I'm also glad I got to show my sketchbook to people in my real life, because it is so cool to see people reacting to the art that you make and, like putting in their own interpretation and giving their feedback. So I hope you will look forward to the next sketchbook, and thank you for watching in advance. I think I also say it again at the end. Bye! And that's the end. Thank you for watching, and stick around for some more art content. Bye!